What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are back at it with another episode of Stats Over Politics, episode 173. We will cover all things NBA, and then at the very end, we will recap college football game one of the 2025 playoffs. As you guys can see, for the audio-only listeners, Shaun will not be with us tonight. So I will be stepping in, putting on my producer hat, doing all that I can. Shaun does a lot for this podcast, so I'm going to try to hold my weight as much as I can. Without further ado, as you guys know, our Friday episodes include the one and only Alex Dent. Alex, how are you doing today?
I am good. Took a 45-minute power nap, so I'm ready for the night. So, good to go.
Yeah, Jaevon Totty will be joining us. His son did just awake from the dead, so he has to now deal with that. So we'll see what that kind of looks like for Toddy, but the show must go on. The Dents go to bed pretty early around here, so we got to get this ball rolling. I know, Blue, it's our bedtime, so I'm trying to tell people. So let's get right into it. Like I said, this is an NBA podcast, and we will talk a little bit of college football once Toddy arrives. So let's get it started, Alex. We are going to talk about our first time NBA All-Star predictions. So this way, I think we'll go one for one. We talked about it before the show that we think we might have a lot of the same people. So if you name somebody I name, I'll just go down my list and so forth. So as a gentleman, like my mom raised me to be, we will go women first. So Alex, who is your first NBA All-Star prediction?
Yes, I think both of us can agree Chet Holmgren will probably make the cut this year. This is as of maybe a week or two. My stats, so they may be a little off, but he's averaging 19, 8, and 2. They are the best team in the league for a reason. He's been doing exceptionally well. He could be doing a little bit better, but they're still 18 and 2,
I think they're
16,
25 and 1.
25. No, they lost 2
games. They
games
lost
now.
to the Spurs.
But they're something in 2. So still very good offensively, defensively, anything like that. So I think Chet Holmgren will get the nod for All-Star this year.
Okay, so we're starting with the low-key guys. I like it. So I was going to put Chet on this list, but there was another big man that is dominating. And, we've seen the Thunder play great without Chet. What are you going to say?
Is it in the East?
Yeah, so you know where this is going. So we've seen the Thunder look really good without Chet. We've seen them look really good without Jalen Williams. So they really have a great system there. Do I think Chet's going to be an All-Star? I think he should be. If it wasn't for the injuries last year, I think he would have been an All-Star. But my first time NBA All-Star prediction is going to be Mr. Jalen Duren. If I was to be a gambling man, I would like to be like Jalen Duren. He said, "You want to re-sign me for cheap? Nah, I'm gonna bet on myself." And in the out of 23 games, the 15 that he's played, he's had a double-double. He is averaging 18 points and 11 boards. He is fourth in the league in rebounding, and he is also becoming a rim protector. He's averaging 1 block and 2 steals. So he's also doing on the defensive end. And it's really him and Cade for being the reason of this blossom. Like, I know people are gonna say the East is weak this year, Kevin, blah blah blah. Jalen Duren is earning his respect. I think Jalen Duren, I know a lot of people tagged him as Baby Dwight coming in, and having those kind of expectations early in a career can be up and down. But Jalen Duren has come in week and week out and showed why he is going to make a shit ton of money in the offseason. So hats off to you for betting on yourself. I think you deserve an NBA All-Star nod, especially because, in February, whenever the All-Star game is, they still might be the number one team in the East. We've seen teams like the Miami Heat, the Boston Celtics. You get three guys if you're the best team. So it's going to be interesting to see if Jalen Duren gets this nod. So Alex, who is your next prediction for a first-time All-Star?
This is kind of a throw, like a dart thrown to a wall. I'm gonna probably put Josh Giddey.
Okay.
Gritty, sorry. And the only reason is because he's averaging almost a triple-double, 20, 10, and 9. And the Bulls are 7th this year in assists per game. And the Bulls are kind of like average, I think, They're probably maybe a little bit above 500 at the moment. But I don't know. Like I think this Bulls team is exciting. I think that they're trying to find their stride, um, trying to find their kind of like identity and things of that nature. And I think they're gonna be good in the future, but I think Gritty this season has been really great for them. And I feel like with his numbers in the East, he should get the nod. Um, I have another East player on here that I think should get it over him, but he should get it.
Okay, so I also have Josh Giddey on here, so just throw a little 2 cents on there. He's averaging career high numbers all across the board. He was removed from OKC because he is a guy that needs the ball in his hand and really can't shoot. But this year, that's not the case. 20 points, 9 rebounds, 9 assists, damn near averaging a triple-double, shooting career high 48% from the field and 40% from three. So, yes, you can say, Kevin, any day out of the week, the Thunder take Jalen Williams over Josh Giddey. And I agree. I don't think Josh Giddey would be the same Josh Giddey. He's a guy that needs the ball in his hand, and he needs to run the show. And I get it. Everyone says SGA is a shooting guard, not a point guard, and Josh Giddey is a point guard. I understand that. But for the Thunder, Shea is whatever he wants to be. So that's why Josh Giddey wasn't really able to flourish into the person that he is today. So my next person on this list, everyone knows that people that tune into this podcast, I am in Oregon. I live in Oregon. And the closest team to us is the Portland Trailblazers. Denny Avia. If Totty was on here, he'd be screaming from the rooftops. He is averaging 27 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, and 7 rebounds, shooting 6 threes a night at 39% from 3, and he's averaging 10 free throws a game. You don't get to the line unless those are all-star number attempts. He's up to with the Jalen Brunsons, the James Hardens, the Luka Doncics. To get to the line that much, it means he's getting the respect of the refs, he's getting the respect of the league. And the Portland Trailblazers last year, if they would have had an extra week of basketball, they could have made the play-in. So now that they get a full year to kind of flourish, I know they have the Chauncey Billups stuff hanging over their head, but this team is competitive. Portland is not a night where you come and take off anymore. And as a person that buys a lot of Portland tickets and the stars have been sitting out in years past, that's not the case anymore. So really nice to see someone in Portland flourish that's not named Damian Lillard. I know I saw your stank face, so before you talk about your next All-Star, do you want to respond to me choosing Denny Avia?
I just think it's cute. I think, does he deserve it? Yes. Will he get it? No. The West is just too stacked in All-Stars or in superstars. So it's gonna just get really tough. But shout out to your local team trying to do something. I wish a Sacramento Kings player was on my list. But that will never be the case.
Never, ever. But we can hope.
That's great. So I will go to the other Western Conference player I have, which I'm interested to see if you have him on your list. And that is Austin Reeves.
You're damn right I do.
Yes. Averaging 28, 6, and 7. The Lakers are 10th in points per game. He's been killing. Point blank period. White boy of the month for the month of November, month of October, and it's probably going to be the month of December as well. He's just been killing with Luka or without Luka, with LeBron or without LeBron. So to me, that means he definitely should get the nod. Will he? I have no idea with this West and how it's all going to play out and things like that. But yes, he should get his first nod at the All-Stars in LA for 2026.
It's going to be a thing to see because if Austin Reeves gets that All-Star nod, that means he's going to get All-Star money. Excuse me. So I know the Lakers are like, yeah, Austin Reeves, you go do this. But they're like in the back of their head like, damn. We're going to have to pay this guy. And they have guys like DeAndre Ayton that need money, guys like LeBron James who are on a new contract. They're not really paying a lot of guys. So it's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out. Next guy, since we're in the Western Conference, I'm going to stay in this Western Conference. I know we've always given this guy shit on this podcast. Every time he comes in the game, he just gives off, he rubs us the wrong way. This guy, Jamal Murray. I know, Alex. For the audio only listeners, Alex's face, all of her expression just fell out of her face. She's like, Kevin, I know we're not talking about this guy. 26 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists. 7 assists, excuse me. Shooting splits are 50, 45, 90. He's almost shooting 50, 40, 90. No, he is shooting 50, 40, 90. So when we look at those guys like that, you think Kevin Durant, so shooting with that high of an efficiency, you got to get credit where credit is due. And the Nuggets, I mean, I think I speak for everybody, but the Nuggets might be the only person to have a chance to beat the Thunder. They took him to 7 last year, and to see Jamal Murray play like playoff bubble Jamal Murray in the regular season goes a long way, because we always talk about Nikola Jokic never having any help. He's one of the best players in the league to not play with another all-star. So for him to get this guy to play at this level, can he be an all-star? I don't know. He's one of 3 Nuggets to score 50 this year: Aaron Gordon, the Joker, and Jamal Murray. So that is one of my guys. Who is next on your first time NBA All-Star prediction?
Yes. So I will say, of course, we want him to get back in the form that he had in the bubble, which was late summer, early fall of 2020, almost 6 years ago. Okay. So let's say 5 years ago. I want him there too. And I think that the success that the Nuggets have obviously need Jamal Murray to be at that type of level. I do think that they have a shot in beating OKC in 7 games, especially with the new pieces they got this year. But yeah, I don't know. I dog on him all the time. I need him to just be better. But maybe this is the year he'll do it.
That's why I said what I said. I was like, when I say this, she's gonna know exactly what I'm talking about.
I was like, who is he gonna say? So my last person, I think, obviously deserves it. He's a little bit older. He's 32, and that is Norman Powell from the Miami Heat. He deserves an all-star nod this year, point blank period. Averaging 25, 4, and 2. The Heat are 3rd in points per game, 7th in rebounds per game, and then 4th in assists per game. Basically, they're overall decent team. Are they the best team in the East? No. But the Miami Heat never need to be the best team, right? They know how to play well on the road. They know they are very well coached. They have a top-bottom, very well-oiled, well-run machine organization that benefits the players, the fans, all the way to the top office people, right? It's an amazing organization they have down there in Miami. I feel like Norman Powell deserves the nod. 10 out of 10. And I'm interested to see what you have to say about that, but I'm going to leave it at that.
So before we get into Norman Powell, ladies and gentlemen, we have the one and only Jaevon Totty joining us in the chat. Totty, how you doing today?
Oh, I'm feeling great. Feeling great. Let's do it.
So before we swing to Totty on his predictions, Alex, this Norman Powell thing, like last year it was cute, let's get him in, and now this year we're doing the same thing. Norman Powell's not going to make it. It's a young man's game. I mean, can we really name multiple All-Stars over 30?
James Harden, Steph Curry.
Is he going to be an All-Star this year?
Probably
Who?
not.
James Harden?
Joel Embiid?
Yes. Yes. Wait,
Not
you
Joel.
said Joel Embiid?
You said Joel.
No. James Harden, Steph Curry, KD. I don't know if LeBron's going to make. LeBron has to make it.
LeBron has to make it.
Has to make it. So that's 4 right there in the West. Right? I understand why he couldn't get in last year because of the West. But it's the East.
It's a young man's game.
But I feel like there's not enough All-Stars. He could make one of 50. What? There's 12 players?
12 spots, yeah.
He can make one of 12. He is one of the 12 best players in the East. You cannot tell me 12 other better players than him right now. You cannot.
I think I could. I think I can name 12 players better than Norman Powell in the Eastern Conference. Not just guards, just players in general.
Hey, Norman's been hooping this year, though.
I mean, he's been hooping. I mean, no disrespect. He's been hooping, but I don't know if he's going to get an all-star now. So, Toddy, we were going over our first-time all-star prediction list. We talked about guys like Josh Giddey, Jalen Duren, your boy Denny Avdia. Alex hated me for that. We talked about Austin Reeves, Jamal Murray. Do you have any other guys that aren't on that list?
Y'all talked about Jalen Johnson?
I was waiting for you.
Jalen Johnson's an all-star in my book. I don't know what y'all.
He's on my page, but I literally have it in quotation marks. Toddy's gonna steal it from me.
Yeah, 20. He's like averaging he's been on an insane run. What he's been doing, like you'll look at his numbers, it'll be 26, 14, 12, and like 6 steals. And Trae Young hasn't been playing. He's been keeping this team afloat for the majority of the season, and I think they just got blown out last night, the other night. Trae Young just came back too. So I think it might be time for the Hawks to move on from Trae Young. And I'm a Trae Young guy. Like, I've sang Trae Young's praises since they went on this is going back to Shaun and Vaughn days when they went to the Eastern Conference Finals. So I've been a known guy that's supported Trae Young numerous times on this podcast. I just think you're looking at from a standpoint of, okay, the last couple of years, not everybody has been healthy. And when everyone is upright, the best we can do is get to the play-in and win a play-in game. And then we go into the playoffs, losing the first round in 5 or 4 games. That's kind of what's been the revolving door of the Hawks. I know Jalen Johnson hasn't been healthy the last couple of seasons. But when healthy, he's been a maniac. And I think he's one of the best young players up and coming in the league. So he should be a lock to make the All-Star game. And I don't know if you guys already talked about just guys that have been hurt, guys like Jason Tatum. So there are spots that are open to make the All-Star, especially in the East, to make the All-Star team. There are even young guys like Jalen Duren, who's been playing out of his mind. He's another guy that's probably going to make, I don't know if he's going to be a starter, maybe a reserve, just, older guys that usually have that privilege of making it like a Giannis who's missed time. But I think Duren has been playing out with the Cade. He's kind of a lockdown there. One of the best players in the league. The Pistons are like the best team in the East currently right now. So the Raptors, like Brandon Ingram, Scotty Barnes, they've been, you gotta give those guys a little bit of credit.
Ingram's never been an all-star?
No, he's just saying guys, and he's just giving credit to guys.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Brandon Ingram's made it.
He's been all-star one time.
Yeah.
Oh, he's been an all-star one time. Scotty, I don't think Scotty's made it.
Scotty's been an all-star once.
Scotty has to. It's the East.
Yeah, Scotty's only been all-star once. Scotty and BI both been once.
I mean, I'm just looking at guys in the East currently right now because it's just a little bit tricky right now on just the Eastern Conference as in general, because usually guys that we name are Giannis and Embiid, Jalen Brunson, like guys like that. So we're going to see a lot of new faces, I think, this year, especially in the Eastern Conference, on new all-star faces. Maybe they made it once or twice in the past year, but I think now we're starting to see the newer breed of younger talent, especially in the Eastern Conference.
And that is why guys like Norman Powell ain't gonna make it.
No, but I also am very interested with this new format that they're doing with the USA versus like the rest of the world. Because, I mean, there's not that... Well, maybe there is that many foreign-born all-stars. But can they make, like... is there going to be 12 foreign-born all-stars? So they can have 12 versus 12?
They'll probably have like 6. And then the rest, like, guys like...
Because it's really going to be Shea, Giannis, Jokic.
The question when it comes to that is can the first 5 of the world team hang?
Yes.
Because they have no depth.
Yes.
They have absolutely no depth.
But I know they're doing...
just trying to think of guys that can come off the bench. You think of guys like Jamal Murray, Lauri Markkanen,
it'd be like
Avdia.
Yeah.
You really like that guy.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and you're pulling deep in that bag of tricks. Like,
yeah.
Is Luke Cornett from overseas or he from America?
He's American.
He ain't no
It's
damn
Cornette.
all-star.
But my thing, Wemby. But my thing is like, does that affect who gets picked or not?
For the
Not
world
that I
team,
think
no.
it does, but
No.
I just think with the rules.
I think it's gonna have an asterisk. It's like when you get voted in when someone gets hurt. Like you're not an all-star, but you're an all-star because it fits the format.
I don't know. I'm
like
excited
4
for this
years
All-Star
from now,
game.
when those G League guys get into the NBA, I don't think they'll have like an all-star appearance. You know what I mean? It just fits the format.
Yeah, I'm interested. I'm finally gonna watch the All-Star game for the first time in like 5 years.
It's gonna be good. I'm excited. I'm excited to see us whoop up on some foreign ass. So moving on, we have 2 Celtic fans on the podcast, and I have been screaming from the rooftops, what's gonna happen if the Celtics win a championship? Is Jason Tatum on the move? You know, what's going to happen if this Pandora box explodes? The Celtics are the second best team in the East behind the Detroit Pistons. They had a rough start, so if they didn't have that rough start, you know, maybe they'd be number 1. So, Totty, my question to you is, how far can the Celtics go without Jason Tatum?
I didn't expect this to happen. I wasn't expecting this to happen at all. I just think our coach is a maniac and would rather die than have the number 3 pick in the NBA draft. We tried. We did whatever we could. You know, we went and grabbed Anthony Simons. Hey, gonna let this young bull rock out. But then there's a guy by the name of Jaylen Brown who's probably going to be an all-star starter, just based on his numbers are through the roof. Obviously, since Jason Tatum has not been available all season, obviously due to the popped Achilles, he's been freaking hooping his ass off. I mean, it kind of just shows you how good our team can be when Jason Tatum is on the floor. I'm not going to be one of those hot take guys like Kevin on TikTok and saying that, oh, you're going to trade Jason Tatum. No, we understand when we have guys healthy, we win a championship. Obviously, last year didn't go the way as planned. Tatum had 40 before he popped his Achilles. Now, we probably were going to lose that game, let alone the series. But I think we all can understand how good the Celtics team can be with a healthy Jaylen Brown and also a healthy Jason Tatum. I understand now it's kind of like it's OKC or nobody currently right now. How soon they forget. I am not going to say that Celtics are going to win a championship without Jason Tatum. I just think that we'll run out of gas eventually. Probably going to be like 3rd or 4th seed, and that's insane to say. That's the craziest part. Like, we might fuck around and just accidentally get to the Eastern Conference final. Like, what are we doing? Okay? And then I'm just going to have to put my cape on and be like, all right, fuck it. We're going. We're trying
Celtics is 7, baby.
So, I don't know, man. If this team could, without JT, is crazy. Like, what we're able to do currently right now, and we're not even like a quarter. I'd say we're like about a quarter of the way into the season. So it's kind of the sky's the limit. I have no idea. I was seeing all the AJ DeBonsa edits. I was sending it to Kevin. Like, Kev, just lost again. Hey, Kev, lost another game. Then those edits stopped. They just started to disappear. And then you see all these other, like, burner Wizards, Brooklyn Nets pages. They start posting it. And I'm just like, all right. And that's the craziest. I think it's kind of, I'm probably going to have to blame myself for even just thinking that we would ever be this bad. Like, to even think that we would be the Wizards, the Nets, like in that.
Don't say it. Oh, I thought you said the Kings.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. The Kings. There we go, Kevin. That's who I was forgetting about. I couldn't wrap my head that we would ever be that bad. Even if we had Jaylen Brown on our team, who was making $300 million. I don't know if you guys saw it. He was on DDD stream the other day, and he asked him how much does he make a game. So he makes $500 a game. Hey, man. He's not getting paid all that money for no reason. So, just going back to the question, how far can the Celtics go? The Celtics fuck around, get like a deep playoff run, like maybe second round, semis. I don't want to say ECF because that's kind of pushing it. that's pushing it. But I'm looking at the East right now. There's not really a team besides the Pistons that's kind of like jumping out to me. Like the Magic are not really. Franz is hurt. They're still trying to mesh Desmond Bane into their whole entire get down, and the Cavs aren't really doing what they're supposed to do. I get that they had a couple of guys injured early on in the season, like DG didn't play like 10, 15 games. Evan Mobley was a little bit up and down. Donovan Mitchell's actually having a career year as far as numbers go. But they're not really popping out like they did last year. And then there's, obviously the Knicks are going to be the Knicks, but they're not really. It's just kind of like a cluster of teams. And then there's the Raptors. But am I really scared of the Raptors? Like, I don't.
What I'm hearing is the Celtics are going to the finals.
That's why I'm kind of just like, we might accidentally get to the Eastern Conference Finals. That's why I say we might just miss. How we here? We playing in June again. It's May, and we still playing. And then I'll be like, hey, JT's might be on minutes restriction. By that time, he might be ready to go. So I don't know, man. I didn't expect this to happen, but fuck it, we ball, as Kevin likes to say.
All right, Alex, I'm going to swing it to you next. How far can the Celtics go without Jason Tatum this year?
Yeah, they could. I'm just looking at the Eastern Conference standings right now. They are 4th. They're 16-11. And they're only 5 games behind Detroit. So, I mean, the sky's the limit. They could, like Totty said, they could go all the way to the finals. I could see them dropping, honestly, to the play-in, depending on how these other teams do. Because, like, another team you did not mention, Totty, is the 76ers.
Yeah.
And they're pretty good this year. They're better than I thought they would be this year.
So
if they start kind of clicking and B gets a little bit more healthy, PG gets healthy, that's the team I think I'm most scared of out of all of them, honestly. Because, like, the Knicks are the Knicks. You know what? Shout out to Mike Brown, because he's really turned that team around. But they still don't, like, oh my gosh, like, they clearly have the East in a chokehold. Detroit's up there, but Detroit's still young, right? They did get some playoff experience last year. I think they went to Game 7 with the Knicks. Maybe 6 games.
I think it was 6. I think it was 6.
6 or 7 games. So, like, they did get a lot of playoff experience from that. But, like, let's see how that works. I also know they're in the running to try to get Anthony Davis, which will be very interesting.
That would be interesting.
I do trust Toronto. Are they a good team? Yeah. But do I think they're taking advantage of, like, the Boston's not Boston, Indiana's not Indiana, Milwaukee's not Milwaukee? Yeah. I think they're taking advantage of the situation. I think they're, like, depending on their matchup, they may be out the first round, maybe second. Magic, I think they have to gel. I think they're going to get better as time goes on. I have no idea about the Cavs. Cavs could go left or right to me, but I don't think they're going to be the team they are next year or last year. I don't know what to expect. I don't know if this is just a rough patch for them. Kind of like the Celtics a few years ago when they were, like, a little above 500 around this time, and then they kind of switched it and went on this amazing run in the second half of the season and then went all the way to the NBA Finals. It could be that season for the Cavs. I have no idea. Right now, they're looking like trash. And Miami's Miami. Miami to me is the same team as the Celtics. They could mess around and get to the finals too. Now, they don't have Jimmy. They don't have playoff Jimmy, but very well.
Playoff Norman Powell.
Honestly, I don't know. Like, I really don't know who's going to come out. Oh, Minnesota beat OKC.
No way. Oh, shit.
112 to 107. Sorry, I just got the notification. Crazy. I need to rewatch that game. I don't know. The Celtics could make it all the way. I think they'll probably be a solid 3rd in the East, which is favorable. And honestly, if you are 3rd in the East, you might as well just say F it and go to the finals. And then get Jason Tatum in there sometime. And then let's see how we go up against either the Nuggets, the Spurs, or the Lakers, or OKC, or the Rocket. Whew. Yeah. Even if you get to the finals, you're not winning. Very respectfully. So.
Shea had 35.
How many did Ant have?
26.
57.
57?
46.
Oh, don't ever play me like that.
26 and 12 rebounds, but he shot 9 of 20 from the field.
Jeez. Well, after hearing two Celtics fans get into the comments, our father Smudge says this should be the Knicks year.
Should be.
We say that every year, I feel like. So basically, after hearing these Celtic fans, it's Kevin, why the fuck not? Why should we go? Totty said, second round, third round, ECF finals. Alex said second round, third round, finals. I was like, you guys know what? Why not win the finals? Because Jaylen Brown had to carry the Boston Celtics to an NBA championship, winning the Bill Russell Award and the NBA Finals. Last 10 games, 33 points, 6 assists, 7 rebounds, 40% from 3, and 50% from the field goal. He is a sixth option. In his 10 years, he has never been the number one scoring option. Now he is 6 in the NBA, behind guys like SGA, Luka, Tyrese Maxey, the Joker, Donovan Mitchell. For the season, he is shooting 37% from the 3, which is his best of his career. And I know we always want to bring it up. I hate on this guy, Derek White, all the time. Him and Payton Pritchard, I've been fucking balling. Him and Payton Pritchard have been balling. Over the last 12 games, Derek White shooting 43% from 3 on 9 attempts, and Payton Pritchard shooting 41 on 9 attempts. So to have two guys shooting north of 40% from 3 in your starting lineup goes to show that you guys are a legit team. And then, unfortunately, it breaks my heart to say, Neemias Akita is balling. He's averaging 10 and 9 a night. He was thrown away to the Wolves in Sacramento. We threw him to Stockton and said, we don't want you. The Boston Celtics said, you know what? Why not? Neemias Akita, come be our big man. We don't have Porzingis. We don't have Al Horford. You come be our big man. And then the next guy that's been balling, Jordan Walsh. A lot of people on this podcast don't know who that is. He's the bald guy that runs around on the Celtics. Ever since he's been a starter, 11
Well, he's the
2.
second bald guy that runs around on the court.
Well, everyone knows Derek White.
Well, he's not. I mean, just
well,
he's
everyone
not the
knows
main
Derek
bald
White.
guy
That's
on
why
the Celtics.
I said a bald guy. Okay, you're the other bald guy, the 6'10" bald guy. He averaged 14 points a game. How far can the Celtics go without Jason Tatum? I think sky's the limit, especially with the East being as up in the air as it is. Could they go? I think the one thing we all agree on is they can go to the finals, but I don't think none of us, besides Toddy, because he'd have to put a Celtic hat on, and I'm sure Alex would put her Celtic hat on too if they made it to the finals. But I think I speak for all of us saying that they wouldn't win the NBA Finals. But I know my two co-hosts, if they got there, why not us, Kevin? We're here. You telling me that we just need 4 games?
We might win like 2 games.
No. Against who? OKC?
Probably.
I mean, I think we could squeeze 2 games in. Yeah, maybe.
Y'all wanted that top pick. We got one. Sending Jason Tatum to sack, and we all good. We wipe our hands with it, and we
no
move
one wants
on.
to play for sack.
This is a job. You are an employee.
The best. The grass is greener on the other side.
You gonna be here. But moving on, because we're having a Celtics topic, we have 2 more topics before we end the show. This is episode 173 of Stats Over Politics. We are going to get to a this or that, and we're talking about the Celtics, so let's throw his name up there. This or that, Payton Pritchard edition. So, first name up, Alex's man, All-Star, Norman Powell.
I'll take Norman Powell.
Yeah, same.
I'm taking Payton Pritchard over Norman Powell. I get it, Norman Powell's the hot new toy, but I'm taking Payton.
Toy.
I mean, for the past 2 years, people screaming All-Star. He's been in the NBA 15 years.
He rightfully deserved it last year.
I'm just saying, he's been in the league 15 years. We only talk about him 2.
I'm just saying, I'm tired of. I mean, the West is so difficult. I mean, LeBron's probably going to get the nod this year. He hasn't even played that much. But it's
Damn,
LeBron. People will vote for him.
Ain't no
you know
way
what I mean?
LeBron ain't making it.
Ain't no way LeBron is in it. Next name, Alex Caruso.
Payton Pritchard.
Yeah, Payton Pritchard.
I'm taking Payton Pritchard as well.
Yeah.
Next name, Jalen Suggs.
Payton Pritchard.
It kind of depends on your team, how it's set up.
I'm gonna go Jalen Suggs just for the defensive versatility. I feel like they're both the same shooter, or the same offensive player, but I think defense it's a huge gap. So I'm gonna go Jalen Suggs on the defense.
I think it's that big of a gap, but okay.
I mean, does Payton guard anybody? That's what you have Derek White for.
I think Payton Pritchard could score better than Jalen Suggs.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that much better? I think the gap defensively and the gap offensively are completely
I'm going to take Payton Pritchard just because Jalen Suggs has shown me that he can't be consistently on the floor. He's been hurt the last 2 seasons, so.
Boom.
You take Payton as well, Alex?
Yeah, Payton Pritchard.
Next name, Desmond Bane.
I'll take Desmond Bane. He's like a fringe all-star.
I feel like, yeah, Desmond Bane. I like his. I don't know. I like how he threw the ball off of OG in the Knicks.
I'm gonna go Payton Pritchard because I don't really like third string or third option Desmond Bane. There was a point of the year where there was a point of the season where we were saying he's one of the most disappointing players of the year.
But he's not been third string on the Magic at all.
When they're healthy, he is the third option every game.
But but they haven't been healthy, so he has never really been the third option.
Yeah, but when he wasn't, he was averaging 13 points.
Yeah.
I mean, he just joined a new team. Give a man a break.
Alex, we're almost 30 games in. How long of a break do you need?
Sometimes it takes longer.
Yeah.
I really want the Magic to. I bet it on the Magic this year. I need them to pull through. So
next name, Andrew Nembhard.
Oh.
I think it depends on your team.
Nembhard.
I like Nembhard.
I'm going Nembhard as well.
I don't like regular season Nembhard. Playoff Nembhard is monster.
I think he's fine. I think regular season's fine too. I just feel I don't want.
He's too up and down in the regular season for me. But when the playoffs
I don't want us to.
When the playoff Andrew Nembhard, that boy is a monster. But like he's like kind of up and down. I'm gonna say Payton Pritchard.
I just don't want us to get. I don't want our vision of any Indiana Pacers player, or AKA Andrew Nembhard, to be played from what happened last playoffs. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know I kind of remember Indiana in the 24 playoffs, but like not really.
Okay.
Like, you know what I mean? So
it was just a blur.
Yeah.
Next name, watch your mouth. I don't want to hear any disrespect, all right? Malik Monk.
Payton Pritchard. Next.
Okay, disrespect. I'm going Malik Monk every day. I get it. The defensive gap, neither of them play defense, but the offensive gap is huge. We've seen Malik Monk being able to play playoff minutes. We've seen Payton Pritchard win playoff minutes. I think Malik Monk on any team is better than a Payton Pritchard than what it gives you. Payton Pritchard is more of a facilitator, and Malik Monk is more of a scorer. But like we've been saying, it depends on what you want. I want guys to put the ball in the bucket. Don't get me wrong, Payton Pritchard puts the ball in the basket. But I'm taking Malik Monk every day. Toddy, are you going to break the tie?
How tall is Malik Monk?
That's what you're going to ask.
6'3", maybe, on a good day. 6'4".
Oh, no. Malik Monk is a monster. I've been saying this since high school. And I just think he's just stuck in Sacramento. And
poor guy.
Nobody cares. And they've been trying to trade him, but they couldn't. I feel like if he was on another, like a contending team, he'd be doing very similar things to what Payton Pritchard is doing. For that standpoint, I'm going to go with Payton Pritchard, but I am aware of what Malik Monk is capable of.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, insane. I want to throw this last name in there just to kind of see where we're feeling. Dylan Harper.
Payton Pritchard.
Yeah, I'm going with Dylan Harper.
Harper.
You don't find
a
too many.
rookie.
You don't find too
I'm
many
not picking a rookie.
running around.
Hey,
you don't find too many of those.
Just watch San Antonio basketball. Just when he's in the game, his minutes are being stunted, obviously, because there is a man who is making 260 in front of him. So obviously he is going to play The guy that's making 260 is going to play. However, he is the number 2 overall pick, and they got to figure out a way to get him in the game. But when De'Aaron was out and he was off to the side and he was hurt, that boy was giving buckets left and right.
I will be very blunt on here because you guys know I'm very transparent. I think the San Antonio Spurs have so many guards. Sometimes I lose track on who's who.
That's a valid point.
Like, very honest. Like, yeah, you say Dylan Harper's on the court, but I sometimes, maybe it's Vassell, maybe
Devin
it's
Vassell.
Castle,
Yeah.
maybe it's
Castle.
Fox. I don't know. Champagne. Is that how you say his name? I don't know. All of them kind of just
blur together.
All I see is a 7'5" guy near the bucket, and they don't throw him the ball in the air. Anyway.
Yeah, there you go. So that will do for the This or That Payton Pritchard edition. So we've been talking about this. This guy came out today and said he is the hottest chick in the game. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Should the Bucks trade Giannis Antetokounmpo? Should they keep him? They're in this gray area right now. He's not healthy right now, so the Bucks are just plummeting. So do they go full tank mode, or do they try to compete? So I have a couple of trade packages before you guys kind of throw your mix in there. So we'll kind of do like how we did for contenders or not contenders. I'll say the package, and you guys both give me your feedbacks on the package, and we'll go from there. So I have 5 trade packages. The first one, the Houston Rockets. The Rockets get Giannis Antetokounmpo, Thanasis, Jericho Sims, and Amir Coffey, but they are trading Amin Thompson, Reed Shepard, Fred VanVleet, Steven Adams, Tari Eason, 27 Suns pick, and the 2031 Houston Rockets pick.
No.
What do you guys think?
No.
You guys in or out?
No. Wait, so they get to keep Sengun?
They get to keep Sengun.
Hell no.
I think they'd rather keep Amen than Sengun. But I don't. No, I don't like it.
Now Totty's now. Oh no, we're still no. All right.
Amen is no. Maybe
That's
they might throw Reed in there though. Reed might be thrown.
Oh, Reed's definitely in it.
Yeah, Reed and Fred got to go because
Reed is out there.
Reed
He's
and
gone.
Fred might be in it. Then they ain't got a point guard.
Okay, so we're no to that one. Got it. The San Antonio Spurs. The Spurs get Toddy's guy, Kyle Kuzma, Amir Coffey, the Antetokounmpo brothers. The Bucks get Stephon Castle, Devin Vassell, Harrison Barnes, Kelly Olynyk, Carter Bryant, the 2027 Hawks pick, 29 Spurs pick, and the 31 Kings pick. These are all first-round picks.
It's a lot.
What are we thinking?
You didn't say Dylan Harper and you didn't say De'Aaron Fox?
Nope. Only guys they lose are Stephon Castle, Devin Vassell, Harrison Barnes, Kelly Olynyk, and Carter Bryant.
I would do it.
It seems like a lot of players and picks. I feel like there'd be a little bit less picks. A lot of young talent in there, though.
Well, just those. This is Yahoo Sports did this, so this is how the contract happened. This is the only way they go through.
Okay,
so that's why there's so many players, and that's why Thanasis is always in here, and guys like Amir Coffey. They did their predictions to make it work.
My brother goes.
Yeah, this is how they did it to make it work. So, Alex, you're in on this?
I think so. If I could try to keep Castle, I would, but yeah. Because I mean, you still have Fox.
You guys would rather give up Harper than Castle?
No. Harper's no, absolutely not.
So I think we're all in the same boat that we'd rather get rid of Fox.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I think we're gonna all agree there. If someone gotta go, I think De'Aaron should be the one to go. You got the young guys, save some money, bring in Giannis, pair him up with Giannis.
But do you really want to have young guys around Giannis? You know, Giannis is in his prime, and Dylan Harper's just got in the league. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's a big gap. It's a big. Why not? It's a big question mark. Why can't these guys do it? You know, you got the guys around them.
He would just be happy to have some guys around him right now. He's by himself.
I mean, it's better than Miles Turner and Kevin Porter Jr.
I think I'm going to change my answer to no. Only because I don't know if a big could play. I mean, not a big could play with
Giannis.
Wemby. But, like, I don't know how that could work for them. Offensively. Defensively, duh. But Like Giannis needs the ball, and what? When he's gonna play off ball? No.
All right,
Unless
so Alex is
Giannis wants
no.
to average 12 assists a game and just throw the ball up to the rim, like everyone should be doing, and Wimby just does that anyway.
All right, well, Alex is no. Toddy, what are you falling on?
I'm like, I kind of want to hear the other.
No, I mean you can just give me a yes or no for each one. We're not like, yeah, just let me. You may do the
I'll
trade.
do that.
I think I would do it too. I would just prefer to not get rid of Castle.
Yeah.
Next one, the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Oh no,
The
they're
Thunder get the Antetokounmpo brothers, Jericho Sims, and Amir Coffey. The Bucks get Isaiah Hartenstein, Lou Dort, Kaysen Wallace, Thomas Stomper, their lottery pick from this year, AJ Mitchell, the 26 Utah and Clippers pick, and a 27 Nuggets first. So you get to keep your big three and add a guy like Giannis.
Yes.
Absolutely.
In a heartbeat.
Absolutely.
There's no other reason why not.
I would hate to see Lou Dort go because I think Lou Dort is the perfect glue guy for that team. I would hate to see him go, but I think this trade in a second you say out of there. This is where we cash in and we go win. Not one, not two, not three, not four, and you go on a run. I'm sorry for interrupting you, Ty. What were you saying?
I said I'm packing his bags. I'm picking them up from the house, taking them to the airport. I'm getting them a sandwich, some McDonald's on the way. Hey man, I appreciate you.
So we're all in on this one.
Yes.
Easy, because I know they got a depth of lottery picks and draft
There's
picks.
no way Milwaukee
for later in the decade
or Chet. There's no way they don't ask for him.
Yeah, that's true.
But I mean, brother, think about it. You're getting 2 top 5 picks.
Yeah.
Kaysen Wallace, AJ Mitchell's been hooping.
Wait, would they get that Clippers pick? They get that
Clippers pick and the Utah's pick. Kaysen Wallace ain't no scrub. Lou Dort's legit. AJ Mitchell's been hooping, and Thomas Stomper is going to be good.
So Kev's basically saying Milwaukee would end up drafting one of those top 4.
And they have their first pick this year, so they're going to have 3 top 10 picks. That's the perfect way to hit the big red button.
Yeah, I would do it.
I'd do it.
They won't.
Next trade, the Miami Heat. The Heat get the Giannis brothers and Amir Coffey. The Bucks get Andrew Wiggins, Norman Powell, Jamie Jaquez, and their 30 and 32nd Heat first round pick.
I don't know how much better they would be than what the Bucks already are right now. I feel like they just be switching uniforms.
Yeah, I don't know how. I mean, because Bam's already a small big. I don't know how. Cause you need shooters around Giannis, and I get it. Tyler Hero's a shooter, but Norman Powell's the best 3-point shooter on that team.
Yeah.
So I don't really know what that looks like. So I'm out on this one. What do you guys think?
I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I would do it if I was the Heat, but I just don't know how much. If they say, "Oh, that's it,"
I mean, the East is open. The East is open.
Yeah. So they would. The Heat would do it, but I don't know if the Bucks would do it because I don't know how much better they would feel like
they get out of it.
Yeah.
So we have 3 more trades. No. The New York Knicks. The Bucks get OG Anunoby and Josh Hart, and the Knicks get Giannis.
Yes.
That's it, guys.
That's it.
That's it.
So not the other one. Just Giannis. Okay, yeah, I would do that because
I don't think the Bucks do that because the Bucks just continue to suck. They get no future assets. And OG,
they want something for the future.
Yeah, I don't think that one works. And Josh Hart, depending on who you think, Josh Hart can hit 7 threes and then he can get 0. I don't think he's a franchise mover to trade Giannis Antetokounmpo.
No, definitely. But if I'm the Knicks, I would do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Two more trades to go through. The Golden State Warriors.
Oh.
The Warriors get Bobby Portis and the Antetokounmpo brothers. The Bucks get Jonathan Kuminga, Pods, Jimmy Butler, 2026, 2028, and 2030 Warriors first round picks.
Hell no.
They need those picks.
Hell no.
The
Warriors ain't got no future.
You go all in, baby.
Yeah. Warriors ain't got no future. They're ass. the next 10 years because they ain't gonna have no picks.
So we're all
When
in
Steph's
agreement.
going, when Steph's
This
going,
isn't gonna work.
I mean, like I said,
They're
if
done.
I'm Milwaukee would take that in a heartbeat. If I'm the Warriors, you have the wrong number, sir. Lose my number.
All right, last trade. This one's very interesting. I'll put this last to see what you guys think. The Minnesota Timberwolves. The Minnesota Timberwolves get Giannis and Bobby Portis and Giannis Antetokounmpo, but the Bucks lose Julius Randle, Naz Reid, Rob Dillingham, Terrence Shannon, the 2026 Spurs pick, the 2028 Bucks pick, and the 2030 Spurs pick.
It's a lot of young bulls. Young bulls.
They're not playing Rob anyways.
I know.
I don't like Naz Reid. I want to keep Naz Reid.
I don't like Julius Randle.
Yeah. I mean, damn. You're losing Nas and Julius.
They don't want that Australian left-handed shooter.
And
they
your
don't want
picks.
Mike Collins.
So we're all in
Giannis. I don't know how and Giannis would work.
They would work.
Well, yeah, they'd figure it out. But I mean, if I'm Minnesota, I might say that's a lot.
If there wasn't Naz Reid in it,
I'll say no.
Because I think you have to. If I'm the Timberwolves right now, they have to make a move right now because they're not contending. I don't think they're the top 5 in the West right now. I think that's kind of solid with the Spurs, the Lakers, the Rockets, Denver, and OKC. I think that's a lot, right? And I mean, they could slide into that 6th spot, but they're back-to-back Western Conference final appearances. Like they need
one little move to get them over the hump.
And I feel like they're just one move away. And like, why not put all the chips in the middle? This is a hard West. So you're gonna have to, shift things dramatically if you want to win. And I don't know if that's enough to beat OKC though.
So you're in or you out?
No, because I don't want to lose Naz Reid.
I'm in. Any move getting rid of Julius and Rob gets to play, and Rob gets to actually play. But I mean, just thinking about it, they don't play him anyways. Julius Randle's hit or miss. Naz Reid is a small big man. It depends on what you're thinking about Rudy. 2 7-footers in your lineup.
Giannis needs a center. And as far as centers go, besides Embiid and Jokic, he's decent.
Giannis,
so are you in or you out, Totty?
What'd you say, Go?
Are you in or you out?
I said no.
No.
I said no just because of the picks.
We actually have one more. I'll be quick with this one. The Atlanta Hawks.
Yes.
The Hawks get. Okay. Keep that energy, Toddy, because I don't think you're gonna be saying yes in 2 seconds.
Is it Jalen Johnson?
Giannis, Teron Prince, and Jericho Sims. The Bucks get Nickeil Walker-Alexander, Kenny Okongwu, Big O, the 2026 New Orleans pick, and Jalen Johnson.
Hell no. Go on, move around.
So you're letting Jalen Johnson stop this trade?
Hell no.
That's insane. Even though
I got Trae Young for you. I got Trae Young.
Nah, I don't think Milwaukee wants that trade. That's some of these trades are giving like a Nico Harrison vibes.
I hate that we could just claim Nico Harrison trades.
What do you mean? Like that's what you're giving me for my best franchise player since what? Since
Kareem?
Kareem left in like the 70s. Like that's what you're giving me? Like chump change.
And they would get Jalen Johnson and they'd get that Bucks or that Pelicans pick. That means they would get Jalen Johnson and they would have
a top 4 pick. Nah.
Or Cam Boozer. That's crazy. Hell no.
Because of Jalen Johnson, you're not moving this trade.
Hell no. Trae Young.
But you know what? If I'm Giannis,
I got KP
I want to
for
stay. I'll be honest. If I'm Giannis, I'm staying in the East though. So
yeah.
I mean, East team gotta push their chips in the middle. I don't know if Atlanta's the right team to do, but I mean, there's only so many teams.
I think Jalen Johnson's that good.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, that concludes it for the basketball segment of this episode. So, Alex, I know you're signing off with us. We appreciate you coming on. This has been 3 weeks in the making for this episode, so I'm happy we're finally able to get it done. Thank you so much for joining, Alex. We always appreciate you.
Of course. And I will say one thing about college football. I watched the first half, and it was good for a girl who doesn't really know much about football.
There we go.
There we go. All right, Alex. You have a good rest of your night.
You too.
All right, Totty. The moment we've all been waiting for. Tell us how much faith you had going into this game, because you didn't only watch it for the love of the game. You watched it for the love of your wallet.
Not the love of my wallet. It is for the love of it. You know me and Kev, we love college football. And it's weird because we're on the West Coast, and this college football is like it's a deep South rooted sport. But as of recently, the Big Ten has been dominating the past 2 years, last two national champions. So I have something to say about that. As far as this game goes, Alabama versus Oklahoma. Oklahoma ended up closing as a favorite, as a 1.5 point favorite in this game. They played twice actually. Last year, Alabama got freaking trampled. Jalen Milroe didn't look like he knew what he was doing. Oklahoma, albeit had a terrible year, they were able to pretty much control what Alabama was able to do offensively and create turnovers. Therefore, I don't know how they went with the quarterback that they had last year, because he is god awful. Jordan Hawkins. And then obviously the rematch, the highly anticipated rematch that was in Tuscaloosa during the regular season, and Alabama turned the ball over multiple times, had a pick six. Oklahoma was normally past the 50 whenever they possessed the ball in that game. And that's a huge advantage from anybody that's going to get. If you get the ball past 50-yard line in any game and you're able to turn the ball over multiple times, you're probably going to win the game. So basically the game plan going into this game was just don't turn the ball over, because Alabama they had over 400 all-purpose offensive yards in that game. So they were able to move the ball up and down. That wasn't really the problem. The problem was turning the ball over. And I don't believe Alabama had any turnovers in this game. Early on, Oklahoma just came out guns blazing. They're doing whatever they want. Alabama didn't have a first down in the first quarter. They were able to set up shop usually past the 40-yard line, I would like to say, in this game. They were always in really good field position early on, and Alabama really wasn't able to do anything. Material looked very poised. He was getting the ball out quick. He was finding guys like I forget what his name is, number 4, the receiver on Oklahoma. He made a ton of really clutch catches on third down early on in the game and was able to help them move the chains. R. Mason Thomas came back in this game, missed 7 weeks. He was a really, really big change, really big production out of him early on in this game. So Alabama was really out of sorts early on, and they finally stopped Oklahoma on offense, and they were able to finally get a first down, move the ball down the field. Ty Simpson looked a little bit more comfortable going into it. This is like the third or fourth drive, obviously in the second quarter by now, and they were able to score it. And once they scored, you could sense a little bit of, like Oklahoma was like, all right, if we get the ball back, we got to try and do something, maybe get some points on the board. Already up 17-7 at that point, up 3 scores. So they force a 3-and-out, and Alabama blocks the punt. And usually when a block punt happens, you're like, uh-oh, this is kind of like when this is where the tide turns and it shifts. So Alabama does not score a touchdown because Ty Simpson ends up taking a sack. Oklahoma, they're able to get 3 points out of that, and it's 10-17. So now you're like, all right, Oklahoma has to score here, right? Oh, you know what happens the next drive?
I think we lost Toddy, so I will
and
take over.
I'm screaming. Can you hear me? Can you see me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You're back now. You're back.
Kevin can't hear me. Kevin.
I'm back. You're
Okay,
back.
yeah.
You're good.
So the pick six happens. Yeah. So yeah, the pick six happens, and that kind of I think Alabama never looked back from that. It was pretty much Oklahoma trying to play catch up because Alabama ended up scoring again after the pick six, so scoring 24 points unanswered. Oklahoma ended up scoring in the third quarter, cutting it to a 3-point lead. But then Alabama matches that with an insane catch from, I believe that was
Bernard.
Tyler Ford. Yeah, Jeremy Bernard had an insane catch down the sideline.
The helmet catch looked like the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it could be catch of the year. I'm not gonna say. There's probably
the Penn State game, Indiana Penn State. That's catch of the year, without a doubt.
Okay, yeah.
With the big toe.
Kevin was probably going to point out something that happened earlier in the year, but I just think Alabama showed absolute resilience from being dead 2 weeks ago in the SEC championship, which a lot of people are going to say that they limped towards because they were sustaining a bunch of injuries going into the SEC championship game. And a lot of people were saying they should be kicked out of the playoff, which I thought was insane because they were literally they were the highest ranked team in the SEC going into the SEC championship game. And then all of a sudden they're out of the playoff. Doesn't make sense to me. So I never think anyone should be punished for playing in their conference championship game, but it's a whole nother deal when it comes down to what conference championship games are, because teams like Notre Dame aren't in a conference and they're just kind of sitting with their hands on their ass, and they're just wondering, hey, let's hope one of these teams lose, and then if we get to jump them, and then this happens, and it's a whole nother ordeal. But I do think Alabama has a little bit of life. And guess who they get to play next week in the Rose Bowl? Old Indiana. And Kevin, don't let Alabama beat Indiana and just a can of worms. A can of worms is going to all hell's going to break loose if that happens. But I just love the 12-team playoff and the types of games that it can bring us. And I just know tomorrow, just spoiler alert, we're probably going to be doing a podcast tomorrow, reviewing the rest of the games. But just you see these games like Oregon favored by 3 touchdowns, Ole Miss favored by almost 3 touchdowns. You want to see these types of games because I thought this was a good game. Probably, yeah, this was a very competitive game, I would like to say. Although it was a double-digit victory for Alabama, they came back from a 17-point deficit, and I think it's the highest deficit in college football history, if I'm not mistaken, or tied for it. I think it was 2018 Oklahoma versus Georgia, if I'm not mistaken. Kind of fact check me on that, but I thought this game was really important for Alabama and its self-esteem as a team, because now they feel like they can beat anybody. We just went on the road and beat Oklahoma in Norman. We can beat anybody now. We don't even have to go on the road. We get to go to California. We're playing against Indiana. They got all the momentum in the world. So hats off to Alabama. I thought Tyson's played really well in this game. Yeah, and the defense stepped up in the second half of the game as well too.
And I'm going to just lead off of that. The defense stepped up. Getting that pick six in that first half was huge. Toddy mentioned how they couldn't move the ball, and then they were there to muff the punt and make a play. So the defense and the special teams really carried them in the first half, because in the first half, Alabama had 100 passing yards and -3 rushing yards. So it was a tale of two halves. The last 2 drives in that first half, they had 10 points, 14 plays and 88 yards and 4 first downs. So between the first 2 drives, or the first 3 drives and the last 2 drives, are 2 completely different teams. And the one thing that I really want to stand out and make a bullet point material, I think they're going to bench Ryan Williams. I don't think he sees the field again. He had 3 drops today, and a guy named Latsier Brooks. He's a true freshman. He didn't really get a lot of playing time. He had the 2 touchdowns today, 4 receptions for 72 yards. He came in after Ryan Williams had that second drop, and Ryan Williams didn't go back on the field. Ty Simpson was hurt.
Yeah.
We talked about it coming into the game, how that's going to play. Ty's like, Kevin's been hurt for a couple of weeks. They're going to figure it out. But Alabama came out and balled out. It was a tale of two halves because the defense for Alabama turned the fuck up against Oklahoma, and they couldn't really get the ball going. Mateer was really using his feet a lot and getting that. Once they stopped that and they forced him to be a quarterback, they were really struggling. And another thing that I want to say is the kicker. I'm happy someone else's kicker fucked up because this was the best kicker in the year. He got the award. He hit 26 straight field goals and then shanked the field goal to go to 3. And I get it. A lot of people are going to say, well, Kevin, even if he makes it, they don't win. I agree. But, I mean, hey, we've seen crazier shit happen. You kick it. It's a 7-point game. You get an onside kick. They only had one timeout. So the chances were slim as it was. But for a kicker to go out there and miss that, it was real heartbreaking. So Oklahoma's out of the playoffs. And now they get to play Indiana. And that is going to do it for episode 173 of Stats Over Politics. Like Totty did mention, he threw it in there. I don't know if you ever paid attention. We will be on here again tomorrow night. Time to be determined after all the games. We have 2 NFL games and 3 college football games. We'll be recapping tomorrow. So keep an eye out. Please subscribe on YouTube. Turn on those notifications. So when we do go live, you guys get to know, and you guys get to come in here and talk the talk. You know, will there be an upset? Will a JMU or a Tulane win? Are we going to come in here with our shaving our heads because we're just going so crazy? I doubt it, but we've seen crazier shit happen. Before we sign off, Toddy, who are you going for in the morning game? Texas A&M or Miami?
I'm glad you asked that, Kevin. I am torn. I have no idea because there might be some money on the line. I don't know. My only thing is Vegas gonna let 2 dogs win outright? Alabama closes an underdog, so that's 1 dog. I don't know if they gonna let Miami just go up in there and get the victory. Now,
not Vegas.
Vegas, they have their hand on the sport. Got their hand on. Just put your hand on your shoulder and say, "Hey, remember what we got going on over here." As far as the game goes, they're very evenly matched. I love it. Kevin found the play. That's Vegas right now. He's put his hand on his shoulder and say, "Hey, man, take it easy." Miami has they really know how to contain mobile quarterbacks. All the mobile quarterbacks that they faced, they've held them to a grand total of 76 yards in total. So they can turn the ball over. Marcel Reed has had multiple interception games. So is Carson Beck. Carson Beck he gonna throw the ball to the other team. So I mean, their D lines are pretty evenly matched. I think A&M has the edge at receiver slightly. I do love Miami's receiver. They call him Baby Jesus.
Baby Jesus.
Baby Jesus. They call him Baby Jesus. He's the best receiver.
Best freshman receiver in the country.
So he's literally no joke. I heard a story about him. That his quarterback in high school got hurt. He took over as quarterback and they won the state championship. He was a receiver. Played quarterback.
Friday Night Lights type
game after that. So I mean, geez, man, this is gonna be a really good game. I think A&M's gonna win. I'm probably leaning towards A&M. But I wouldn't be surprised if Miami made it close. So probably the Aggies are gonna win tomorrow.
I'm with the Aggies as well. But that is going to do it for episode 173. Like we said, episode 174 will be tomorrow night at some point. We will be recapping all the games. So make sure you guys tune in there. Thank you so much for catching our episode. Please follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, everywhere. We're like the COVID. We're everywhere. So please continue to show the support. Signing off for Stats Over Politics, Shaun, Hunko, Kevin Dent, and Jaevon Totty. That is going to do it for episode 173 of Stats Over Politics, and we will see you guys tomorrow.
Make sure you guys subscribe. Subscribe.
Here we go. Have a good night.